Hello, today I'm going to be talking about the inspiration and making of change. The overall inspiration when writing this song was when I was on a highway and I saw a billboard that said, "Be the change that you wish to see in the world." And so then that sparked an idea saying, what if I continue that message and trying to inspire people to actually just be the change? Now, I want to talk a little bit more about the billboard. The billboard wasn't the only thing that inspired me, it just sparked it. I was stuck inside, my life was at a dead halt. We were quarantined, so I had barely anything to do besides do my music and read, basically. So I was watching the news, I was on Google looking at the news and stuff, so I was able to see a lot of injustice. And seeing that billboard, it really just made the connection of, hey, that's the perfect way to word it. We need change.
It's time to see some change. Equal rights. We're done with games. We need look different. Why is it strange? So we're standing up. Increasing our range. It's time we see some change. It's time we see some change. It's time we see some change. Let's be the change. It's time we see some change. It's time we see some change. It's time we see some change. Let's be the change.
In terms of time, change didn't take that very long. It took about an hour because I was so inspired by the news and the billboard. I was just rambling on, words were coming out, and I was just writing and writing and writing, and it was done in at least an hour, probably less. And the part that really took some time is the editing. I took like a day off from it. I completely did not open it. I didn't think about it much. And then I came to it with a rested mind, a new mind to it. And I just looked at it and I'm like, what can I change? How can I phrase this better? And so then I went in and edited it. So in the second verse, I say, in pre-K, we learn the golden rule. Treat others how you want them to treat you. That actually was inspired by my pre-K teacher, Miss Pinero. My mom showed me a picture of us smiling in class, and in the background, hanging on the wall, it said the golden rule, and under it, it said treat others how you want them to treat you. And so then I immediately ran to this PC, and I typed that and replaced it with what I had earlier. When I got home after seeing the billboard, I immediately went to writing. I started with the chorus because I had that idea of change stuck in my head. The chorus is the part that says, it's time we see some change. It's time we see some change. That part. So I wrote that. Then I started working on the instrumental side of things. I started with the intro and the verse, aka the beginning of the song, because it always has to build up to the chorus, and if I already have the instrumental for the chorus, it's hard to tone it down in the verse. I like being able to go up and build it up because that's easier for me. Other people may be different. So I started with the beginning. It was only that part, that was all that I had originally. Then I thought that it was a little bit too low, so then I added the other synth to back it up. Anyways, I went on, then I did the chorus. I did a little bit of a pre-chorus because I thought, it needs a little bit more building up. And then I kind of copy and pasted the verse 1 to verse 2, the second part. And then I changed it up because, the song has to progress. With my writing, I always like to think of it as going up. It always has to go up. It cannot go down. So I'm always adding new things, building it up, adding more things and more, until the final chorus where it's big. That's why 2 more synths are added in the last chorus to really make it stand out. When writing the song, I did have a major problem. The chorus where I'm talking about how we really need some change, I wanted that to really stand out from the rest and really stand strong. So I was it sounded just like another verse. So that was a big challenge. Luckily, I was able to bring in those haze to really emphasize it, and I kind of layered the tracks, multiple different ones of me saying it's time we see some change, and so that really made it stand out. This song affected me as a human and as a musician. This was actually the first song that I really started learning and using the upward motion that I mentioned earlier. In my previous songs, I did that a little bit, but this is the song that I learned that it really has to have an upward motion because the listeners, they listen to the song and they like how it builds up and stuff. So like the climax at the end. And so if that's not happening, then it's kind of taking away from the experience. I really hope that this song will inspire people to realize that they can be the change. They can be a significant part in making the world anew, like I say in the song. That's what I really hope. I really hope that people will not think that, that it's not in their power to be able to change the world when really it is. People can change the world.
It's time to see some change. Equal rights. We're done with games. We may look different. Why is it strange? So we're standing up. Increasing our range. It's time to see some change. It's time to see some change.
Thank you all for watching, and thank you for your continuous support. Make sure to check out Change. It's on all streaming platforms.